Hey there, my name is LexC and thank you so much for tuning into LexChat. This is a show dedicated to music and artists where we talk about the entertainment industry and the business, and we help each other to become better artists and better creatives. Thank you so much. If you are tuning in for the first time, welcome. If you are returning back, then welcome back. Today's topic is going to be why distributing the lyrics to your music is so important and so crucial being a music artist. So if that topic sounds interesting to you, stay tuned.
You know I ain't been outside in a while. Think it's time for me to stand on some couches. Hands up, we done brought them bands out. Got my homegirls with me pouring liquor in their mouth. See this guy, he really making me smile. Yeah, that's cool.
As you may or may not already know, I actually just released an album with fellow artist L Cardi, and the album is called Relations and Sinking Ships. And I was going through my artist profiles about to update, what is the song of the week, what is the canvas going to be for it, and different things of that nature. And when I logged onto my Apple for Artists music portal, I saw that there is a place that you can add your lyrics. Now, I might be slow because I didn't know that this was a feature that was available through Apple Music for Artists. But I wanted to share this knowledge, and I wanted to do a whole video on why it's so important to distribute your lyrics. And this year for me, I really want to do a better job of getting my lyrics out there. There have been a lot of changes to being able to distribute your lyrics as far as who you distribute through and whether or not that is a free service, something that's free and available. They did change some rules for the platform that I was using, which is Music Match. I'm going to get into that a little bit later in this video as far as how to actually distribute your lyrics and different ways of going about it. But right now I want to get into, at least on Apple Music, right? When you distribute your music, it's going to go to different platforms like Spotify, Tidal, Apple, Amazon, Google, YouTube, just a bunch of different platforms, right? For this particular portion, I'm talking about Apple Music for Artists. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my screen recording because I want to be able to show this to you. Apple Music, oh, let me spell it right. Apple Music for Artists, okay? I'm gonna Google search that. It's the first result. I'm gonna click on that. And then you're going to sign in. If you have not already done so, you're gonna have to claim your artist page for this to make sense to you. Let me know if you need to understand how to do that, because I'm just not gonna get into it in this video, but let me know if you want me to get into it and I will do one walking you through that process. But for this specifically, I wanna get into how do I upload my lyrics on Apple Music for Artists. So I've logged into my account and you can see my overview here. When you click on music, it'll show you all of the songs that you've released, or at least the most popular. And it'll show you the different albums that you've released, or the most popular, or I don't know. But I'm gonna scroll all the way to the bottom. You can scroll all the way to the bottom and go to view artist content, or you can just click on one of these things. How I did it when I was discovering this is I went to view artist content. Shout out to Trey Peace and Gray Keys. We just released, as of today is November 7th for this recording. We released our project like yesterday, so y'all go check that out. It is available everywhere. Pretty. But right now I'm gonna go to Relations and Sinking Ships, and it's going to give me a list of all of the songs. Now, I've already gone through these first two. I've already done Relations and Sinking Ships intro. I've already done Get It In Girl. I gotta go into, is it Swing My Way? Yes. So I already have my lyrics typed up on my Google Drive, and it's already in a particular format that these platforms want you to have your lyrics typed out in. So I'm gonna go over here and it says lyrics, add. I'm gonna click on that. Add your song lyrics here. Be sure to represent the lyrics in full, including accurate line breaks, any necessary punctuation, and repeated lines and verses. I'm gonna click on add lyrics. This box is gonna show up. I'm gonna go to where my lyrics are typed out, and Command C, I'm gonna quickly copy all of that, come back to this tab, and y'all see I got a lot of tabs open, but this is just me getting ready to go through and upload all of my lyrics. But this is for Swing My Way. So I copied the lyrics, Command V. I'm going to paste them and I'm going to save. And it says your request to update lyrics is now under review. It can take up to 48 hours to review these changes. If approved, your updated lyrics will appear on Apple Music. And that is the process for at least how you get your lyrics up on Apple Music. And what's so beautiful about this is you can do it directly through Apple Music. That's what's so amazing to me. Now, if you wanted to distribute your lyrics, more of like I talk about auto post scheduling for social media, right? There are different distribution sites that can distribute your lyrics to a plethora of platforms with the click of a button instead of having to go into each individual platform and do it yourself. Now, the only reason why I am currently doing this like line for line or song for song through Apple Music is because the distributor that I was using to do my lyrics, they have changed so much in the past 6 months, and it's kind of frustrating having to reapply to become a contributor and having to learn their new rules. Kind of frustrating, but I'm gonna go ahead and go through with it. I just didn't feel like doing that right now. So in my search of trying to figure out how to do this myself, I discovered that they changed a lot of the rules, but I discovered that there are some ways you can do it directly. Now, the other thing that I wanted to show you, but I need to pause really quickly so that I can export this part. Okay, give me just a moment. Lyrics to Apple Music. And I gotta make sure that I'm good with this. All right, save that there. That's gonna export. I actually wanna start a new screen recording. All right, boom, click to record the full screen. So that's recording right now. I actually wanna show you that if you are not able to get your lyrics onto certain platforms, you do have ways that you can do it yourself. So for me, I have my own website, and this is another one of the reasons why I would highly recommend you as an artist keep your own website and maintain it. But you can see when I go to LexCATL.com, I have a section that says read, and then I have a section that says lyrics. And I'm so proud of how pretty I've made this because look at here. I have the cover art of the album, the most current release, and it has the name of each song. So if I click on Swing My Way, just because that's the one that we just submitted to Apple, you'll see that the exact same lyrics that I submitted to Apple, with the exception of my credits up here, but you'll see that the exact same lyrics are here on my website. So that is another way you can kind of get around it. If you have your own website, if you have your own profile, your own page, something like that, then you can have a way to distribute your lyrics. Now let's talk about why it is so crucial for you to distribute your lyrics to these different platforms. For one, it's going to enhance the listener experience. So it's going to increase engagement. It's going to give your lyrics more context and understandability. Is that a word? I don't know. And it's going to feed into that sing-along culture. So sometimes on the very first listen, and I know for me, especially when it comes to like rap songs or some songs from like way back when, what's that debate everybody was going after with Lloyd? Is she 5'2" or is she fine too? She's fine too, but I want you. She's 5'2", but like, why would she say she's 5'2"? But that was a huge debate back in like, I don't know, middle school for me or something like that. Or there's another song by Beyonce, Baby Boy, I think, with Sean Paul. And baby boy, let's consider laying down. Now for years, I could have sworn that she was saying, baby boy, let's consider laying down. And I thought that made sense because, okay, this song is kind of sexy and it's about them getting together, being intimate and doing a little, all of that. But no, apparently the lyric for that song is, baby boy, let's conceive an angel. Now, how crazy is that? But this is why distributing your lyrics is so important, because sometimes people don't care, they're gonna sing what they wanna sing, but sometimes people really don't understand what you are saying in your lyrics. But if you have your lyrics distributed and available for people to look at and for people to understand what you're saying, it becomes very helpful and it makes them more confident in their sing-along abilities, all right? The next reason why it's so crucial for you to distribute your lyrics is because you are increasing your SEO. You are increasing your chances of discoverability and availability to a wider range of audience. One example in particular I can give you is that anytime I can't think of the name of the song or the artist, sometimes I'll go into YouTube or I'll just go into Google. They're both linked anyway, but I will type the lyrics that I do know, and 7 out of 10 times I'm gonna get the exact song that I was thinking of. And because it's on YouTube or because it's Google, it's linked to YouTube, it's going to automatically send me to that song. And now I have just confirmed, like, okay, this is the song that I've been singing, this is the artist that I have been singing. And it's a really great feeling to be able to find a song based on the lyrics. There's other technology, especially with the rise of AI and voice command and stuff like that. You can hum the lyrics to, say, Google Assistant, and just being able to hum the lyrics, even if you don't know the song, if you can hum the melody, then Google Assistant will most likely be able to find you that song. Other things such as Shazam, when you have the recognizability of the lyrics of your song, then it adds more information about your song, and it adds more information about what are specific lyrics tied to this song and tied to this artist. And that is going to make it more discoverable, easier for people to find you, because now they have more information that they can use to find your lyrics, to find your song, and to find you. Another reason why you should worry about the discoverability of your lyrics is because, and this is something that I didn't really think about until I did a little bit of research before starting to record this video, but if you want to have more of an international reach, okay? So there are people who want to know like who you are and what you're saying right here, but think about the non-English speakers, or if you're in a different country, think about the non-Spanish speakers. When you have your lyrics posted and typed out, it's a better opportunity for people of other cultures, of other languages, to translate your lyrics and understand what you're saying. And it builds that deeper connection, and it further enhances the listener experience, and it deepens the connection between you, your lyrics, the fan, the listener, and the artist. It creates like this whole ecosystem of ways that you are feeding into the interaction between yourself and your audience. Another reason why it is crucial for you to distribute your lyrics is because you want to be the one to make sure that your lyrics are out there and they are accurate. Now, who better should the lyrics come from than you, the artist? If you're leaving it up to chance, or if you're leaving it up to maybe somebody doesn't have the best intentions, I don't know what could happen necessarily, but it's best that the lyrics come from you, because you're the one who presumably wrote them, or you and whoever your songwriters are, y'all are the ones who wrote the song, okay? So it does provide certain protections as far as accuracy. It does also provide protection in a sense that it can help you to combat any copyright issues that might arise. In fact, you should be copywriting your song when you do that through copyright.gov. It's copywriting the sound and it's copywriting the lyrics, but if you have your lyrics distributed out there, it's a greater chance for you to be protected against copyright infringement. Another way that it protects you to distribute your lyrics is the fact that you are going to be credited as the creator. You'll be credited as the songwriter, and you're more likely to have all of those credits in place as far as who you are, who is the producer, and any other songwriters who may have had a hand in the creation of this song. Another reason why it is so important to distribute your lyrics is, like I mentioned, building a stronger fan base. When you give people another way to consume your music, not just in an audible sense, but now it's in a written sense. When you perform, it's in a physical sense, like you can reach out and touch. But providing lyrics in this way is going to deepen that connection with your fans, right? So a lot of times I will go through and I will read lyrics, and sometimes the lyrics hit me so hard that I just have to like repost it or something. Or there's also a trend on social media and on the internet in general where people will say things like, when she said, "Baby boy, let's conceive an angel," I felt that, you know? When he said, "Open up them legs wide and let me get inside," I felt that. Like little stuff like that. People will record videos, people will make your lyrics their captions, and that's all part of interacting with your listeners, interacting with your supporters, and it also gives your lyrics, it gives your song a chance to go viral if enough people are relating to a specific part. As a matter of fact, that's another great point for distributing your lyrics. There are going to be some platforms that will tell you a lot of people are relating to these lyrics right here, and this is what's hitting people the most. This is what people are rewinding towards. Even with YouTube, right? It'll show on certain channels the most watched, or the part of the video that had the highest spike in watchers. You know what I mean? So much in the same way that YouTube has that, there are certain platforms that will also be able to tell you these are the lyrics that are resonating most with your listeners. When people feel like they have that deeper connection because they truly understand what's going on in a song, and it helps to speak even further to what they are feeling when they've listened to the song and now when they're reading the lyrics, it creates a deeper connection. And when people are creating their videos, when people are using your lyrics as their captions, that's essentially free marketing, and it's giving you more of a boost in your discoverability, and it's giving you a higher chance of being discovered by a bigger audience. Another reason why it's good for you to type out your lyrics is because there are a bunch of merchandise opportunities when you know what is like the line in your song that's resonating most with people. What is the line that people are gravitating to the most? I'll give an example of instead of trying to do t-shirts all the time that's just like your logo and it's very tiny little patch on one side of your shirt, or maybe it's just like a picture of you, I always ask the question to myself and then my fellow artists, why should somebody want to buy this? Why should I want to wear a t-shirt with your face on it? Why should I want to wear a t-shirt that's $25 and the only significance is it has your logo? Nobody knows you, like who are you? You know what I mean? So it's very different if we're somebody like on a Beyonce level. Then arguably more people want her face on their shirt, more people want her name on their body, you know? But when it comes to a smaller, more independent artist, it is smarter for us to put sayings, to put quotables on t-shirts, on products, on coffee mugs, on bookmarks, whatever kind of merchandise you can think of. How can you flip a specific song lyric and then turn it into a piece of merchandise that people resonate with and they're willing to buy because it's helping them to express whatever they're feeling and they want to share that with the world? How can you tap into that? Another great reason for doing lyrics is, what if you want to create a lyric video? And this kind of will go in line with when fans are making videos, when fans are using your lyrics as captions. This kind of falls in the same realm of that, to where they had one experience audibly, like hearing the song, right? They're going to have another experience reading the song. So you have the audio of the song, you can create lyric videos from the lyrics. Now, I don't know if you want to do that yourself. I've tried it myself. It's a very tedious process, but it can be done once you create a little system. But what if you want to hire an editor, you want to hire an animator, graphic designer, whoever, to create a lyric video for you? Do you think they really want to sit by and pick out and type out everything that you're saying? No, not necessarily. So you provide those lyrics to them, and then they can quickly get you a good turnaround for your lyric video. So now it's another piece of content that helps you to market your song and bring more attention to you, the artist, okay? So you've got the audio, and then you've got the lyric video that can provide some buffer in between the time you release just the song and the time that you're going to release the music video. That can help give you some wiggle room if your budget is not all the way together to get your music video out in a timely fashion. That can help to aid in that way. I forgot to add with one of the first points that the listener experience of being able to read the lyrics, it's further enhanced through things like Instagram and Spotify. At least those are what I've seen it on. So I mentioned the lyric video, right? Well, people see the lyric video on YouTube and it's fun to like pour into that sing-along type of culture. They also have the feature on Instagram when the lyrics are synced up with the song, that the words move along. So when people are feeling a particular moment, they're feeling a particular lyric in your song, they will scroll through the lyrics and Instagram will have it visible. Or as you're listening to the song on Spotify, if it is synced up, the lyrics will automatically scroll with the timing of the song. And it gives people an excuse to be more tuned into you for longer. And in a culture where everybody is said to have a short attention span, it's a great way to hold people's attention for a lot longer. So now that we understand why it's so crucial for you to type out your lyrics and distribute your lyrics, you might be wondering, well, how do I actually distribute my lyrics? I gave you one example by showing you how to do it through Apple Music for Artists, but I mentioned earlier as well that there are certain programs and platforms out there that will allow you to type your lyrics up once, hit a button, and it will distribute it to a few different platforms like a Google, like Spotify, Apple Music. It will do those things for you. So one example would be DistroKid. Certain distributors have this feature. If you have DistroKid, it will ask you just before you finalize the release, do you have any lyrics that you want to distribute along with this? Now, I figured this out. Again, I might be kind of slow, but I found this out maybe 2 months ago as of the time of this recording, and my mind was blown. And I tried to go in and submit my lyrics for all of the songs that I have out, but what is limiting with that is you cannot distribute lyrics through DistroKid unless you have distributed that song through DistroKid. There may be some other things there, but that's what I found. If you did not distribute that song through DistroKid, you will not be able to add the lyrics through DistroKid. You're gonna have to find another means. So DistroKid is one way. Now I use CD Baby. When I was doing my research for this, there was something that came up that told me that you can do this, like it'll include lyric distribution as part of the standard music distribution package. I use CD Baby, and that's not the case that I've seen. With CD Baby, however, they do offer a bunch of tools through their dashboard, through their platform. Go to cdbaby.com, and then it's artist tools and promotions, and they are partnered with a program called Music Match. And through Music Match, you can add lyrics, you can sync the lyrics and distribute it to different platforms like Spotify, Instagram, what's the other one? Apple Music. So Music Match is another one. But again, I mentioned earlier in this video that they kind of changed the rules. This is the program that I was talking about. Whereas before I could just be a music contributor and I could go and find myself LexC the artist, I could go and I can contribute lyrics to that artist. They must have run into some stuff where people were not like doing a good job of typing out the lyrics, because now you have to go through like this whole academy situation and get certified to become a contributor, and it's a new process that I have to go through that I don't feel like it, but I'm gonna do it because it's one of the better programs to get my lyrics out of there. But that is another program that you could use. You could also do like I showed you and try to figure out if each of these individual platforms has a way for you to directly put your lyrics on there. There's also another website I found called Lyric Find where I could distribute lyrics there. I would have to give you an update on that because I did that maybe last week. I don't know if the lyrics are going to pop up in the way that I want them to, but that is another option there for you. All right, so you can go through your distribution like DistroKid, TuneCore, CD Baby. I'm not sure about United Masters or some of the other distributions, but I do know that the examples that I gave you, those are ways that you can distribute your lyrics. And that is all that I have for you today on why it is so crucial for you to type out your lyrics and get them distributed to these multiple platforms. At the end of the day, it just enhances the listener experience and it holds people's attention for longer, and it helps you connect with your listeners on a deeper, longer wavelength. And yeah, that's the reason for that. So let me know what you think about this video in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I want to know, is this something that you are taking advantage of? Or after hearing this video, do you think you're gonna start taking advantage of it? Leave those in the comment section down below. Before we get out of here, I want to again mention the release of Relations and Syncing Ships with LexCATL. That is available on all streaming platforms. I also have my latest single, Back It Up, available on all streaming platforms. I also have my latest album release, Like Yesterday, with Trey Peace and producer Gray Keys. So check out all of those different things. What other announcements do I have for you? I would like to invite you to join the next coffee date, the next virtual coffee date, which is going to be the first Sunday of every month. Make sure you tune into my Instagram at LexCATL to be a part of that. Get any questions answered. Join a creative community of other creatives who think tank, brainstorm, and we share resources with one another. I would love to have you. I do want to give a shout out to my patrons, Mr. Flash Shoals, Eldon, Alton. Thank you guys so much for supporting me on Patreon. I truly do appreciate y'all. And yeah, that's all I got for this video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Give me 5 out of 5 stars if you're listening on a podcasting platform. And yeah, I would really appreciate that. But my name is LexC. Until next time, peace.
I'm needing that, coming home, stumbling at 2 a.m. Carpet at floors and my knees on them. If you've been sleeping, boy, I don't give a cause I'ma get you up tonight. I'm talking that on the phone, playing like I won't do it. All that talking, you did, come prove it.